Yes, it's John G. Sutton. Tales from the Jail. I'm going to talk a little bit today about perverted prison officers. Could there possibly be such a thing? I mean, noble serving officers, swearing allegiance to the Queen and country. Yes, indeed, there could. And I'll tell you a little story here. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. At Wormwood Scrubs, they had security cameras fitted on the side of the big walls, 18-foot walls, yeah. The cameras are on poles, obviously, at the side of the walls, yeah. The cameras were there to ensure that the walls weren't breached, because that's how they got Ronnie Biggs out of Wandsworth. They had a big removal lorry pull up alongside the walls at Wandsworth, and they'd cut the roof, cut a hole in the roof, and they got on the roof of the removal lorry, put a ladder up to the top of the walls, got a big 15-foot lorry, a ladder up to the roof, dropped a rope ladder down, and Ronnie Biggs, who was on exercise at the time, ran across, got up the rope ladder, over the wall, into the van, and off it went. And that's how Ronnie Biggs escaped, in case you didn't know, anyway. But since that time, they fitted security cameras, CCTV camera type things, all around the perimeters of the prisons, and so they can see what's happening. Except at Wormwood Scrubs, you look at it, Wormwood Scrubs, it's Duquesne Road, yeah? You can get it up on Google Maps, have a look. Duquesne Road. You go past the Scrubs on the left, you see the big twin towers, Elizabeth Fry, John Howard, yeah? That's the faces on the front, yeah? The fascia faces. Go past there, on the left-hand side, there's a road. That is called Artillery Road. See, I remember these things. Have a look on Google Maps at Artillery Road. Next to Artillery Road, on the opposite side of the wall from the Scrubs, is the outer buildings of Hammersmith Hospital. And those are, or were, in the 70s and 80s, maybe the 90s as well, the residential quarters of the female nursing staff. And what the staff were doing, the security staff at the Scrubs, they were turning the security cameras away from watching the walls. So imagine that here you've got the wall, yeah, and there you've got the security camera. They were turning the security camera towards Hammersmith Hospital thing, so the camera was turning like that. This is the camera. This is Hammersmith Hospital nursing, zooming in like that. And the reason that they were zooming in like that was so that the staff in the control room could watch the nurses getting changed or whatever. But eventually there was a complaint made at Hammersmith Hospital, and I believe the police were called, and they're restricted, so they have like a metal bar restricting the movement of the cameras. They can't go across to watch the nurses in the nursing quarter. But a strange story about this. I mean, that was the perverts, but I don't think they got done for it, but because they wouldn't be able to prove who exactly was doing it. But the nursing staff complained, and the perverted jailers who were watching these innocent ladies get changed were foiled, shall we say. But were these nurses quite so innocent? I don't think so. You see, I was on D-Wing, I think it was D4 landing, and they were locking up. It would be about 8:30 at night. And this prisoner said to me, I knew I was quite affable with him, all right. He said, hey, boss, come and have a look at this. said, sure, what is it? I thought there was some problem, you know. He said, just have a look, get on that chair and have a look through that window. I said, it's the fourth one in, top row on the left, on the right. Look in, fourth row, top, on the fourth one in, yeah. So I shot the bolt on the lock, you know, on his door. And I knew the guy, he wasn't going to attack me, you know. So I went in and got on the thing and I had a look out to see what the problem was. It wasn't a problem. Right opposite, I could see straight in to the nursing quarters because D wing, the outside wall of D wing, yeah, you could see straight over the wall, yeah, because it was on the fourth landing, right into the nursing quarters, and there in front of my very eyes, yeah, who used to say that? Arthur Askey, my very eyes, yeah, right in front of my very eyes, there was this nurse ironing something, stark bollock naked. She was a natural blonde, by the way. Yeah, blonde hair and blonde minge. Seriously. And I said, how often does this go on? He said, oh, it's quite regular. He said, it ain't just that one. He said, there's quite a few of them. He said, they're parading around stark bollock naked. He said, and I'm sure that they're quite aware that we can see in. You know, because he was driving this it's nuts. Yeah. So it wasn't just the staff at Wormwood Scrubs that were perverted. It was some of the nurses as well. And so I was on duty in Hammersmith Hospital, and the ward sister, I was before I crossed paths with John Stonehouse and all that, because he used to do a few bed watches, you know, when inmates were out. I said, do you know a blonde-haired nurse that lives in the nursing quarters on the top floor? Oh, yeah, I know who that is. I said, number fourth in from the end. Oh, yeah, I know who that is. I said, strange lady, don't you think? I never told her what I'd seen. You know, I mean, I wouldn't embarrass that poor woman, you know, because leave them to it. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Yeah, but that's what happened with the perverted staff at Wormwood Scrubs. And you don't need to take my word for it. Go on Google Maps, get yourself on Duquesne Road, right at the bottom, go past the Scrubs, and on the left-hand side, you'll see Artillery Road. Go a little bit further on, and you turn it round and have a look. That's Hammersmith Hospital, and those are the nurses' quarters. Now I've had a request for a song by somebody who calls a lady called Miss Z, who was requested a strange song, you know. It's a long time since I actually heard it, so I may not be able to correctly transcribe this, but I'm going to give it a go. It's, believe it or not, and then we'll do another one, so you can all sing along with this, yeah? It's a sing-along thing, and I'm going to do the Song of the Drunken Sailor, and then we're going to do Daisy, Daisy. I hardly know the words to either of them, so we'll just do our best. Are you sitting comfortably? And because it's that time of night, day, whatever it is, yes, you've been warned. It's the Song Dinger. Are you ready? Here we go with the Song of the Drunken Sailor. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way up and up she rises, way up and up she rises, way up and up she rises, early in the morning. Throw him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Early in the morning, way up she rises, way up and up she rises, way up and up she rises, early in the morning. Put him in the scuppers and a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Early in the morning. Way up and up she rises. Way up and up she rises. Way up and up she rises. Early in the morning. Time to the rail with a yard arm under. Time to the rail with a yard arm under. Time to the rail with a yard arm under. Early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Early in the morning. Way up and up she rises. Way up and up she rises. Way up and up she rises. Early in the morning. And that apparently is what you do with a drunken sailor. Or you may have some other ideas depending upon your perspective. You know what I mean? Say no more. This is another song I've been asked to sing. It's Daisy Daisy. Now I once heard Graham Young, the Poisoner, singing this when he was locked in the padded cells one night at Wormwood Scrubs, and it was a hell of a noise, and he sang it for about half an hour non-stop, as loud as he possibly could, until rang bang battle clash, down came the medical officer with a syringe, and he shook Graham Young up. So he's gone now, Graham Young, by the way. He's died. He died in prison, as you'd expect. He's a highly intelligent man, actually, but mad as a gnat, mad as a box of frogs. So here it is in memory of Graham Young, and whosoever did request this, because it has been requested, and you can all sing along. Now I want you to get in the best. Lock your bedroom door, yeah. Close the curtains, yeah. Imagine that you're in a padded cell and you're singing along with John as loud as you possibly can. And you've got to. You'll know that you've succeeded when the neighbours are banging on your door. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. I don't have a stately carriage, we can't afford a marriage, but you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm out. Gets louder now. You know, you've really got to go for it. And if the neighbours aren't banging on your door now, you simply ain't trying. Thank you very much. That's Tales from the Jails, John G. Sutton. Don't forget to like and do whatever you're doing. Subscribe. I think they said prescribe there. Yeah, well, that's what you do when you ban something, but don't do that. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll meet again.